Well, the Eagles going into week 3 here, a Monday night game in Dallas against the Cowboys. I'm Eagles insider Dave Spadaro. It's our weekly one-on-one with head coach Nick Sirianni, presented by Wawa. Coach, a tough one on Sunday against San Francisco. Let's talk about that first as we also look at the Cowboys. Looking at the offense, watching the game, what did you see upon review of that game?
Well, I saw us be able to move the football early, and I think we had that 3 and out to start the second half, but I saw us be able to move the football early, and then, for different reasons, the drive would stop, and that's kind of all of us that are accountable to that, right? It first starts with the play call. Again, I got to put our guys in better position to execute the play call, and then I know everybody else is going to look at their part too and say what they need to fix as well. So that's players, it's coaches, it's all of us together.
Offensive line adjusting without Brandon Brooks. Landon Dickerson gets his first action. Where is he in his development, and how did he play in his NFL debut?
I thought he played solid in his NFL debut. Again, that's never easy to get thrown out there in the middle of the game, and but that's his job and that's his role to understand that he's got to go out there and perform on short notice. And so, but there's definitely improvement. There's improvement for everyone out there that we all got to improve from that game, not just Landon. So, but. There's some things that, with pass protection that, we just got to be able to pass some games off a little bit quicker. But I thought all in all he was solid, and the pass protection as a whole was really good against a really stout front.
What was he able to do just to kind of get a grasp of the offensive line prior to being cleared, being on the practice field and getting some reps? How was he able to get the mental reps?
Just relentless work. He really loves football. I think it's really important to him. Football's really important to him. He's smart. He's got high character. So, he's constantly working on his craft, working on his game. And at the time when he couldn't do things physically, he was doing them mentally.
2 games in, you've looked at everything. How do you feel about the team and its short yardage situations in Atlanta and then on Sunday against San Francisco? What have you seen?
Yeah, definitely something we need to improve on. We're too good up front to not convert on some of those short yardage. Again, credit goes to the defense. They made a couple good plays in those scenarios, but we know we're good up front, and we know we just got to do a good job as coaches is putting the players in positions to succeed, because we know we got the horses up front to pave the way.
I want to make sure I ask this question the right way. So here goes. You've talked about accountability, and you were accountable, very, very accountable publicly after the San Francisco game about that sequence of play calls. And I wonder what you think that means in the big picture with your relationship to the players, that they see that you are being accountable, that it's not just the players who are being accountable.
I think that, our core values obviously connect, compete, accountability. If I want a core value to be relevant, right? If I want them to connect, well, I got to first connect, and I got to practice what I preach. And it's the same thing with it's the same thing with all of them. I mean, I guess fundamentals is not because I'm not going out there and running any routes or catching any balls, but accountability, right? It starts with me, and if I want them to look in the mirror and make the corrections that they made, then I need to do the same thing. And there's definitely plays that I want back, that I called, that I want back, and I think that's going to be the nature of the game every week. And that's, no one's going to play a perfect game, no one's going to call a perfect game, no one's going to ref a perfect game, no one's going to announce a perfect game, right? There's always going to be things that we all want to correct, and but if I want the team to do that, then I need to do it myself and practice what you preach.
Good stuff. Coach, how did Jalen Hurts play on Sunday against the Niners?
I thought he played a good game. He made a lot of plays. He made a lot of explosive plays. I mean, that ball he threw to Quez Watkins was awesome. He was hungry for that. He was excited for that. He had a little there was a couple plays that I thought he made were really nice, where there was some. Again, I thought protection was outstanding against a really good front, but sometimes the pressure's up in your face, and he ripped a couple good throws on that 91-yard pass play. He had a guy in his face that he had to make a tough throw, and then he just made some really good plays with his feet when he needed to. And so I was pleased with the way Jalen played. Again, is anyone play a perfect game? No. So there's things that he's got to correct as well. And again, this accountability thing is only for one reason and one reason only, is so that we get better from the things that we went through on Sunday in practice and in every situation that we go through together.
Brandon Graham goes down. We all know how much he means to the team as a player, as a person, your thoughts for him as a coach, as a man, somebody who means a lot for the football team on and off the field.
Yeah, my heart breaks for Brandon, and it's just a shame. I know it's part of this game. You hate losing the type of player that we lost in Brandon. You hate losing the type of person you lost in Brandon, and you hate losing the type of leader that you lost in Brandon. So, there's a lot of different roles that all of us combined have to take over for the loss of Brandon Graham, right? So you got not only that his playtime roles at the defensive end spot and setting the edge and rushing the passer and making the big plays that he makes there, but also the leadership and also just he just brings great energy, and I still look forward to seeing that energy. He's assured me he wants to be around as much as he possibly can, and I want him around as much as he possibly can as he rehabs this injury, because he's such an important part of this team. So he'll be missed, but a lot of opportunities for a lot of different guys to fill a lot of different roles and hats that Brandon Graham wears.
What lesson does this football team learn after a tough loss like the one you had against San Francisco, where you had opportunities, the game was so close? What, in the big picture, what kind of lessons do you learn?
Just that. I mean, these close games, every detail, every little thing matters. It's not just like, hey, it matters this week and it doesn't matter this week. No, every detail and every little thing matter. And you see that right from the beginning. You see that right with coaching. Like, man, I should have told him to do this, or I should have told him to do that, or I should have told him to check this or that. And because all those little details matter. And, hopefully we all see that all these games, the parity, the parity in the NFL is so tight that all these little things make such a big difference. And so we just got to be obsessed with the details, continue to be obsessed with the details, not let them slip for a second, and just be obsessed with making it perfect as we possibly can for Sunday.
It's the NFC East this week. Coach, early in the week, I know, but what are your early impressions about the Cowboys?
Yeah, just started watching them. Obviously, earlier today. They're good. They're good defense. Again, most of my time has been spent on defense so far, watching their defense. They have good playmakers at each level. I believe they're well coached. They play hard. They play with good fundamentals. They're getting after the football. So against teams that are well coached, you gotta be ready to go and know that nothing's going to be given to you, and you're going to have to earn everything. And so we're going to have to be on our game because this team's definitely going to be on their game.
It's a primetime game. The whole league is watching. The whole country is watching. What does that mean to you to be able to show everyone where the Philadelphia Eagles are?
Yeah, anytime the whole country is watching, you don't do anything different. You don't go about your business any different. You treat every game the same. But you want to show the world the type of team you have, the type of connecting you have, that compete. The team that is held accountable, that's smart football team. I always want people to see that we have a smart football team that plays with good fundamentals.
All right, there we go. Eagles and the Cowboys, Monday Night Football coming up this week. Head coach Nick Sirianni. Our weekly one-on-one presented by Wawa. Good luck. Beat the Cowboys. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Dave.